My name is Brandy Foos, and I was involved in a personal injury accident that was of no fault of my own. And after calling all of the big attorneys in town, I was finally referred to Scheveck Salminen. When the incident happened in November, I knew that something was wrong, but I kind of just figured maybe, it's age, maybe, it'll get better. And it just progressively got worse. So finally in February, I went in and saw my doctor, and she ordered an MRI. Once she saw the MRI, she sent it to a spinal surgeon who, after reviewing it, met with me and told me that he had an opening the following week because it was such a serious injury that it was pinching off my sciatic nerve, and I was to the point where I could possibly lose feeling to my left leg for the rest of my life. So I opted to have the surgery the next week, thinking I would be off of work for 3 to 4 weeks. And when I went back in, I was still in pain. It wasn't healing correctly. And so they asked me, to just take more time off to do physical therapy. So I was doing physical therapy 2 to 3 times a week. That also included doing dry needling, massages, etc. And finally, when I went in for my checkup, they said, this is not getting better, it actually has gotten worse. That's when the surgeon said that I needed to have a fusion done. So when I went to my work and I asked them for the 6-month extension to my leave, I was told that they could only give me 3 months. So I ended up losing a career that I absolutely loved and was very good at, and kind of slipped into depression. I got behind on bills. I owed money to my parents, to my aunt and uncle. I almost lost my vehicle. I would get home from work and before the surgeries, and all I could do was go lay down, and I felt like the most terrible mother in the world. After I saw the amount of bills that were beginning to rack up because of the surgery, I decided that I needed to have an attorney's advice, and I called around. And I called all the big law firms that say that they only specialize in personal injury and that they're going to get you the most for your money. And none of them felt that I had a case. And then I was referred to Vince Salminen. I met with Vince, and he immediately agreed that what had happened to me was not right, that there was liability that was not on me, and that he was willing to fight for me. So I ended up retaining him as my attorney, and for 4 years he fought like heck till we were able to come up to a settlement. If there are 3 words that I could use to describe Vince, it's his determination, his compassion, and his attention to detail and making sure that he is always in contact. I knew every step of the way what was going on. I knew that if I had a question on an email he had sent me, that I could reach out to him and I would hear back from him right away. He never made me feel like I was a bother if I wanted to come in and meet with him, or if I needed to have those phone calls just to understand what the paperwork was that I had just received, or what the next step was in our case. But he was there every step of the way. I would just encourage anyone that is in that position, continue to seek that help. and to know that there are honest, decent people out there that will, have the utmost integrity for what you're going through, and will sympathize with your situation and fight alongside you.